Hi friends, welcome to MAD series. What is this MAD series is about? See, in this MAD series, the intention is to daily provide you one question for the discussion purposes. So what happens is every day you will get one question on the Telegram channel. You can brainstorm content for that and post your answers in the comment section. So you can do the peer review on the answers posted in the comment section. Then after that, there will be synopsis. And most of the times there will also be the video discussion. So what happens in this video discussion and the synopsis? So here you will get the content, and here you will also get the structure for the answer. What should be the structure? So with this, you can also do the self-evaluation. So if you are the one who is facing the financial constraint where you are not able to join for the courses, answer writing practices, if you are consistent with this approach, if you can learn content by yourself through this program of the YouTube, which I'm going to do, uh, so you will be in a position to understand the answer writing structure, and you will be in a position to write answer by yourself if you can consistently practice this thing on daily basis. Okay, because this answer writing is not any rocket science. This can be done. We all have done our graduations, we all have done our answer writing thing during the exam process. We have all crossed the 10th class, so we know already answer writing things. So only thing is, how do you present these things in the structured manner? That's all. So don't carry any sort of fears regarding the answer writing. These are the very simple things. Just it is needed that how much to be written per the question and what should be written. That's all we need to know. And that is what we are going to learn in this answer writing practice. See here. Now discuss the measures taken to combat the land degradation. Now here the question tag is discuss. So whenever they have given the question tag, you discuss, that means there should be analysis. Okay, it is not simply listing down of the measures. If I give you simply highlight the measures or provide the measures, what are the measures taken to combat the land degradation, you can simply list down the measures, or I can simply say list down the measures. But when I say discuss the measures or analyze the measures, you need not only just provide the what are the measures that were taken to combat the land degradation, you also need to discuss them. So how far they are good, okay, what kind of challenges that you face in these things also has to be written in this thing. Okay, so this is the 10 marker question. Now let's proceed. Discuss the measures taken to combat the land degradation. Now what should I write in the introduction? Here in the body, I have to discuss the measures to combat the land degradation. So I can explain what is this land degradation and what are the causes for the land degradation in 1 or 2 paragraphs. Or you can directly jump for the land degradation causes. Okay, so I have simply directly gone for the causes of the land degradation in just one paragraph. Land degradation is primarily due to the human activities, unsustainable agriculture, deforestation, overgrazing, urban expansion, and also by the climate change, which further got intensified by the climate change. So these are the causes that I have written under the simply one paragraph. So these practices strip the soil nutrients, lead to the erosion and overall diminish the land productivity and biodiversity. So what is simply in one line concept of the land degradation? Land degradation means decrease in the quality of the land. Overall, your quality of land is being decreased. So why it is being decreased? Because of all those practices. So I want you to brainstorm what are the various causes of the land degradation. You need to also brainstorm what are the consequences of the land degradation. Okay, so this is your job to do this thing. Then here the question is not asking causes and the consequences. If you start writing all those things, you will lose the space and also the marks. So here you have to directly go for the measures. How will you write the measures? Only when you know the causes. So there are various natural and man-made causes that are resulting into the land degradation. Overall land quality is being degraded because of the faulty agriculture practices, faulty mining practices, overgrazing, urban expansion, industrial activities, poor solid waste management. All these things are causing the land degradation. Now you have to combat these things. So what measures that have been taken to combat the land degradation? Okay, so so it is we have to write both measures locally and the internationally. So you can arrange these things also in a proper systematic manner. So what kind of measures that have been taken overall for the measures, like we have also programmed for the combating desertification. This is a broad measure that is combating overall desertification. So what will we do in the desertification? Desertification means it's gone completely, the final stage of the land degradation. After degradation, finally desertification has happened. It is no more quality. Okay, so what will you do to improve the quality of the land? So again, afforestation, reforestation, in all these measures, we do the same components, only the programs are different and different ministries are doing here. Okay, can you see here, Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana? Here, what are we doing? Here we are doing what we do is we are trying to improve the water use efficiency. Now, those students who are also preparing for any other exams or prelims exam, see, when you prepare for the prelims or any state VSC exam, now see, these schemes are generally asked in the state exams or prelims exam or whatever it is. Okay, so these things can also be used in the mains. So in that way, the preparation can be an integrated manner. Okay, so I'm trying to just integrate, help you how you can integrate the various forms of preparation. Okay, so now coming back, so you here integrated watershed management program. So generally, what is this watershed management program? It is to overall restoring the sustainability of that region. So this includes generally watershed management includes, this was also the question in the UPSC. So this is very important to know. Generally, it includes four components: improvement of the soil component, improvement of the land component, improvement of the water component, and improvement of the human resource component. Okay, I want you to go through little bit more in detail about the watershed management. So by doing all these things, because land degradation is not just related to the only land. Okay, because land degradation means decreasing the fertility of the soil. This decrease in fertility of the soil is also related with the what kind of water availability is there and what kind of practices that a human follow there. If you are not following the sustainable agriculture practices, if you are just dumping the solid waste at the place where which is not, you should not dump. Okay, again, it is causing the land degradation. So human should also be trained, soil should also be taken care, land should also be taken care. And now these things are being taken care under the integrated watershed management program. Green India mission, this is nothing but the increasing of the green cover. Soil health card initiative, soil health card scheme, where the farmers will be advised about the soil ingredients, what kind of nutrient the soil has, and what kind of fertilizers that soil is required, so that farmer go for the sustainable agriculture practices. Then again, same thing, afforestation, reforestation, regulation of the mining practices. Now mining, if you do the mining, your overall land quality will be degraded. So now what kind of things that you know for about the mining, you can also add other things here which is not mentioned here. National policy on mining to 2019, they talk about the sustainable practices of the mining. So it's just that if you have mined, and you have to properly close it, it's not that you leave it mining area like that only. Okay, you have to properly close it. And you also know that scheme, Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Yojana, right? Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Yojana scheme, so it is about the sustainable agriculture practices. So these things can also be included where you are talking about the overall decreasing of the land degradation. So then again, what kind of farming practices that you can include? Okay, so here I have included already the organic farming. So you can also talk about the zero budget natural farming, integrated farming. You don't have to write all these things, you properly write first what is the concept. Here we are increasing the sustainable agriculture practices. Now students, what they do is they dump all these schemes without explaining how this thing can happen. So that's the reason they don't get marks. You don't have to do all this thing, explain one scheme properly how it is going to help. Okay, so you have to explain this sustainable agriculture practices will overall improve the quality of the soil. So that is what, see here, the nutrition sensitive agriculture, integrated approach to farming that considers the nutrition sensitive agriculture, thereby decreasing the land degradation. Okay, reduces dependence on the chemical inputs, okay, which are affecting the agriculture. Okay, so that's how you have to link it to the question. Or else if I simply write organic farming, promotion of the organic farming, this is what students do. Zero budget natural farming, integrated farming, they'll write only these things like this, like this, like this. Now, what should I do with these things? They have to link it to the question. Why there is land degradation? They are asking, okay, how these things can be reduced? What kind of measures that we have taken to reduce, to address these things? That has to be done. So these schemes, how it is helping you to reduce the land degradation has to be answered. Okay, now you already know this ISRO, what they are doing. They are releasing the reports. Okay, how much amount of degradation is happening. So this thing they are doing using the remote sensing in the satellite technology. Again, you need to study. What do you need to study in the satellite technology? So what kind of satellites we have? Okay, you have the Earth observation satellites. Earth observation satellites, you need to study about these Earth observation satellites, both applications. Then you also have this communication satellites, and then you also have the navigation satellites. Navigation satellites. Then you also have the research or space observatory satellites, right? So you need to know all these applications. That can be a different individual question under the science and technology. You guys need to do that brainstorming. So various laws were also framed, like Forest Conservation Act. You also have this CPCB, and like the CPCB comes under which act? Water Act or Air Act? I want you to discuss in the comment section. Then India is also signatory to this UNCCD. What is this UNCCD? It is a global convention to combat the desertification. In this conference of the parties, 14th meeting happened in India, and India has went for the New Delhi Declaration. In this New Delhi Declaration, India has committed to combat the desertification. They said, okay, we will go for the sustainable practices of the development. Okay, that's what the government has said. Government has took the pledge that for the Bonn Convention. Bonn challenge means increasing the tree cover. Simply Bonn challenge they can ask in the prelims, increasing the tree cover. See here, I have given now global measures. United Nations Convention to combat the desertification. Okay, so that is one important point that you need to know. We also have the Sustainable Development Goals, in which one of the goal is to combat the desertification. Convention of the Biodiversity. Convention on Biological Diversity. All these are the outcomes of the 1992 Earth Summit. If you do not know what is this 1992 Earth Summit, I want you to go through the what is this 1992 Earth Summit and what are the outcomes of this thing. So here you will have the CBD, and here you have the UNFCCC, and here you also have this Sustainable Development Goals, and here you also have this UN what is this combating UNCCD. Yeah. So then again, there is a research and monitoring that is happening in this global soil, and certain other measures have given. What is this land degradation neutrality? Land degradation neutrality means whatever degradation that is happening, you will balance it with improving the quality of the land. So, overall, you are maintaining the stability. Okay, that is called the land degradation neutrality. So the net should be zero, whatever the degradation and whatever the upgrade, whatever the solution that you are providing, there should be balance. The restoration is there should be balance. Then conservation, agriculture, afforestation, so all these things, training, these are the general schemes that you need to know, and these are the global measures which we have already discussed. Global effort to restore 1 million hectares of the walls. How do you do? And that is by through the deforestation. Okay, these things, financial mechanisms, which I have already shared in the Telegram channel. From this, I have done this to, incorporated two things. Now, if you guys can you see here, I have included the more diversity. Okay, diverse points are there. Okay, so instead of writing single point in the same dimensions, I have included diverse points from the research. We have included from the policies. I have included from the technology. I have included from the funding. All those things I have included. Now, if I simply stop the answer there, it is not going to give me the marks because the question is discussed. But however, what are the issues we face despite these measures? Population is continuously increasing. We are going to become the world's largest population very soon. So again, this is the problem. Now you also seen what kind of water problems that we are facing in the Bangalore city. Okay, well, our population is increasing this way. Okay, and our resources have been stagnated like this. Okay, so we have around 20 percentage of the population, but 4% of the water resources. Okay, so that is the problem that we have. So that's why we are facing the water scarcity. And again, climate change, policy implementation, or these are the challenges. Globally, what kind of challenges? If you see in this all these areas, they will always say, okay, there is no proper coordination. They will say we have given this much of finances, or they will promise certain finances and they will go back in their finances. There is no proper monitoring which nation has took which kind of promises. Certain countries, they will take the money and they will not implement these measures that were required to take. Now, again, now knowledge transfer. In order to implement certain measures, like say, if you have to go for the renewable energy or clean energy, you also need the technology. Knowledge transfer is also required, but those things are not happening. So these are the challenges and measures. So what can be the conclusion for this? Okay, so you can simply talk about whatever the problems that you have discussed. Okay, there is a need for the global coordination, multi-stakeholder participation to improve this to reduce this land degradation neutrality and improve the overall sustainability of the uh, agriculture and land use management, that you can talk here in the conclusion. I hope this discussion is helping you. If you guys are consistent, I will do this video series and the content series in a regular manner. Please share with your friends. So try to learn from this concept and the video series, MAD series. Okay, mains AD. Okay, guys, Saturday, Sunday, there will not be session, but rest of the days, I'll try to upload one question on the Telegram channel. Please follow the Telegram channel. Okay, guys, take care. Bye bye.